Life sometimes places us at unexpected crossroads, where we are forced to choose between giving up or starting over. Lucas was a young man like many others, once living recklessly, once believing he couldn't change. But a major event occurred, the loss of his mother, the dearest person in his life. And from that moment on, Lucas was forced to grow up. Not because he wanted to, but because he had to. And it was in that very necessity that he began an unforeseen journey. A journey to discover true freedom through responsible choices. Lucas, a young man about to enter college. His childhood was not easy. Lucas grew up with his mother and younger sister in a situation full of hardship and challenges. Unable to cope with adversity, he slipped into a reckless lifestyle, partying, drinking, and smoking. Then one day, Lucas's mother, the most important person in his life, suddenly fell seriously ill and had to be hospitalized. The shock came too quickly, and although she fought bravely, she eventually passed away. The death of his mother awakened Lucas. He was no longer a carefree child. Now, he was the man of the house, the only support for his younger sister. Right during the summer break, Lucas started working full-time as a janitor to earn money to support both of them. From a life of recklessness, Lucas had to learn discipline, put aside his old habits, and begin a new life. All for one reason: responsibility and love. That was the moment that changed his life. A pivotal choice, and the first step that led Lucas to true freedom. Freedom from the past, from his old lifestyle, and toward a responsible and purposeful future. After his mother passed away, Lucas didn't have time to mourn for too long. He knew he had to do something, not just to survive, but to take care of his younger sister. He started with a janitor job, working full-time during the summer break. Every day, Lucas went to work consistently, regardless of how tired or bored he felt. He took on extra shifts whenever possible, using the money earned to buy dinner for the two of them. At first, everything was heavy, but gradually, working became a routine. It was no longer a burden, but a part of Lucas's new life. After work, he began focusing on other habits. Instead of buying fast food, he cooked dinner for his sister, then prepared breakfast for the next day. Cooking every day also became a new habit, small but providing a sense of control and peace. When the school year started, Lucas cut back on his hours to keep up with his studies. He continued to maintain his routine, going to class, working part-time, and cooking. Day by day, small habits gradually formed. Nothing glamorous, but this was how Lucas developed discipline, step by step, action by action, day by day. From the simplest things, Lucas rebuilt his life, not through grand decisions, but through persistence in small tasks. And that was the beginning of a truly self-controlled person. Lucas didn't just change because of circumstances. He changed because he had a reason big enough. When his mother passed away, Lucas no longer lived for himself. Every decision, every sacrifice he made stemmed from one thing. He had to take care of his sister and become the person his mother would have been proud of if she were still alive. This wasn't a temporary goal. It was his North Star, guiding him every day, when he was tired, when he was discouraged, or when temptation called out to him. He no longer lived according to fleeting emotions. He lived with a reason strong enough to overcome everything. Many studies show that when a person has a truly deep why, they can tap into willpower reserves they didn't even know they had. It's like those boxers in movies, exhausted in the final round, but then they remember why they stepped into the ring. And that memory gives them strength. However, it's important to be realistic. Having a big reason doesn't mean we can do everything at once. Lucas understood that, despite his willpower, he still needed to focus on specific tasks, like working, cooking, and studying, rather than trying to do it all at once. The why is like a flame, but it's the small steps, the concrete actions that are the fuel keeping the fire burning. And Lucas kept that flame alive, thanks to a willpower born from love and responsibility. Lucas didn't try to change his whole life overnight. Instead, he started with one thing: going to work every day. At first, the janitor job was a burden, but he kept doing it consistently, day after day, until it became a part of his routine. Once going to work had become a habit, he shifted his focus to another task: cooking dinner for his sister every evening. Then it was preparing breakfast. After that, he made sure to attend class regularly. Each time, just one more thing. A new habit, after the old one had already become automatic. Lucas wasn't in a hurry. He didn't try to become a superhero, working, studying excellently, playing an instrument, and staying fit all at once. He understood that willpower also has limits. If used on too many things at the same time, it would quickly run out. That's the way to build sustainable discipline. Choose one simple behavior, repeat it every day until it no longer requires effort. Once a behavior becomes a habit, it uses very little willpower, leaving energy for the next step. Slowly, Lucas turned small things like showing up to work on time or cooking dinner every evening into natural parts of his life. From these simple actions, he built a healthy system of habits, helping him maintain discipline without overwhelming pressure. Discipline is not about forcing yourself forever. It's the art of turning the hard things into easy habits. One of the biggest challenges Lucas faced didn't come from work or studies. It came from his old friends. They still invited him out to parties, to live the way they used to, as if nothing had changed. And indeed, saying no was never easy, especially when feeling tired, lonely, or wanting to temporarily forget the pressures. But Lucas had a very effective coping strategy. He planned ahead. He used a strategy called the if-then technique. Before the situation even happened, he told himself, "If my friends ask me to go out, then I will say I need to cook and tutor my sister." It was a decision made beforehand, eliminating the need to hesitate or struggle when he felt weak in the moment. And because of that, he avoided unnecessary setbacks. Not because Lucas was stronger than others, but because he knew that willpower has limits, so he had prepared a smart escape route. Moreover, Lucas understood that the more he practiced discipline, the stronger his inner power grew, like building muscle. Each time he resisted temptation, he became stronger, more resolute. In the end, it was this proactivity and discipline that helped Lucas not only stay away from his old path, but also stay committed to mastering his life, step by step, without wavering. Lucas didn't become strong just because circumstances forced him. He became strong because he chose to face, change, and persevere step by step. From working, cooking, to overcoming temptations, every small action became the foundation for him to build a disciplined, meaningful life, full of presence. For Lucas, freedom was no longer about living without constraints. It was about mastering himself, mastering his choices. And you can do the same. Just start with one small task and continue every day. Lucas has shown us that perseverance and determination can help us overcome any challenge in life. If you're ready to begin your own journey of change and discover strength in small choices, make sure to hit like and subscribe. Join us as we share more inspiring stories and guide you on the path to freedom and mastering your life. Don't miss out on our upcoming videos. Hit that follow button now.